Hey guys, what's up? Mike McDonald here, just coming out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And do you ever deal with haters in your business? And it's a topic that sometimes happens, and what do you do about it? So, basically, one thing to keep in mind, if you're new in business, you're just starting out in network marketing, your home business, and you're approaching your warm market and showing your idea to people, this doesn't really happen that much. I would say maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 times out of 100. It's not anything crazy that's going to happen to you all the time. So nothing that you really want to freak out about, but same time you will get from time to time people that are haters, and it's kind of like, what do you do with that? So a couple things to keep in mind. Always take the high road. It's like, what's the point of stooping down to their level? And if you're out there trying to recruit for your business or showing your opportunity, and someone is like a negative and ripping on you and being a hater, you don't even want that person in your business. So what's the time wasting trying to challenge them or attack them? It's just not worth it. So I always take the high road, but a couple things you want to keep in mind. If you're looking at your business, you kind of look at it like your newborn baby. If somebody calls your baby ugly, you don't just let that slide. You don't be like, oh yeah, you're right, my baby is pretty ugly, you're right. Like, I don't know how I made something that gross. You're totally right. So again, in that scenario, like, you would never act like that. So again, you don't have to be confrontational or freak out on that person. But I guess for me, when I'm building my business and, there's people that I haven't maybe talked to for a long time, and, maybe things have changed for them. And who knows, when you approach someone with your business, maybe they've been approached negatively before. People didn't know the right way to approach them about network marketing or your opportunity, and they've been turned off or whatever. So again, sometimes you can't control different things like that. So keep that in mind, where you might invite someone the correct way, but they've just had a bad experience in the past, and that's how they're going to come off. They're going to attack you and whatever. It's like part of what we do. But again, it's a small part. It doesn't happen all the time. But some of the things you can do, I guess for me, when I'm prospecting and going through, especially people that I know, there's some people I don't approach because I don't want to work with them. I don't like hanging out with them. They're negative people in general. It's like, I'm not going to show that person my business, because like, why would I want to hang out with them even more than I already have to, So it's like, those people, first off, I guess I would recommend maybe avoiding them to begin with if you don't want to spend time with them as it is. But again, when you're out there and you're prospecting, sometimes maybe you haven't talked to this person for a while, and you've hung out in the past or a few years ago and you had a good time then and it was a good relationship, but maybe you approach them now and they've totally changed and they're not the kind of person you thought they were. So some things to keep in mind. But again, when I usually approach people, I think of how they were and maybe some of the stuff I've seen about them now, if they're on Facebook or you've seen different updates. And if I'm reaching out to that person, it's probably because I respect them. I think that they seem like they have a good work ethic. I remember their personality in our relationship before. They were a cool person then. They're probably still a cool person now. And, I'm going to take the time to reach out to them and see if they might be open to something, because I'm trying to help them. I want to see them succeed, and, I know what my business has done for me, so I'm going to do the same thing and reach out. And not everybody's going to be a fit and cool, but sometimes you'll get people that give you a super negative response and like, oh, why don't you get a real job, or I can't believe you tried to get me in this pyramid scheme, or whatever, you're a scammer, or I can't believe it, take a course on ethics, got that one yesterday, so it's like, okay, cool, whatever. So it's like, consider the source. Number one, people first off need to get their facts straight, where a lot of times people have no idea anything about your business and they just don't understand the industry. And a couple of things to really keep in mind, network marketing does billions of dollars in business every single year. And, if it was a scam, if people were getting ripped off, they shut those companies down. But legitimate ones have been around for years. Like, for example, a company I work with has been around for 10 years. Last year did over $300 million. We're looking to close to double that this year in business. And like I said, over 10 years in business, one of the fastest growing network marketing companies in the world. And it's like, cool, yeah, it's a scam. I think people would have found out we're doing hundreds of millions of dollars in business. So woo, it's like success leaves clues, so it's like, again, Warren Buffett, he's one of the most successful, richest people in the world. He's invested in several different network marketing companies. Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and a mentor to the millionaires, one of the best selling authors in the world on personal finance. And financial freedom recommends our industry. He even came and spoke at one of our company events a couple of months ago. So it's like, again, success leaves clues. So if you're not educated on the industry, you might not know these things and you say stupid stuff like, oh, it's a scam or it's a pyramid scheme or whatever. And, your job isn't to react to them being like, yeah, scam like your job, like you're on the bottom and everybody makes money off of you. And it's like, cool, whatever. It's like, again, if people that you're working with or approaching, if somebody says that kind of stuff to me, I'm just like, they're so uneducated on the industry and how leverage works and how business works. Like, I don't even want to waste my time most of the times, but a couple different things you can say. Like, again, I know for me, if somebody punched my baby in the face, I'd probably be mad about it, but again, it's like, when you're talking with people, I like to use the approach of great, and again, it depends on your background. If you're always approaching your friends with crazy harebrained ideas and you're way out there, people might have a valid reason to think that you're, out there. But if you're a legitimate person, you're always helping people, you never like screwed people over before, and you show somebody an opportunity and they approach you with something like that, kind of want to go in with the approach of great, wow, I'm glad I thought so highly of you that, I thought you had great people skills and you're motivated and you're the kind of person, I wanted to work with. And I thought highly of you that you could do well at this. I'm glad that that's how I thought about you. And you in turn think of me that I'm some type of, criminal, that I'm trying to scam you out of money or scam you and, treat you like crap. And I'm glad that you think that low of me. When I tried to help you out, but wow, okay, cool. Well, I know how I stand in this relationship, but, again, I appreciate your time, good luck to you. Like I said, I take a chance, but, it's obviously not for you, I'll take you off my list, whatever. So again, it's like with those kind of people, if they're going to treat you like crap and be haters and stuff, they're going to be out there. They're not there all the time. There's not that many of them, like Jim Rohn says, there's only really like 5 or 10 horrible, nasty people in the world, but they move around a lot, so you might run into them. But again, it's like that's kind of one way you can deal with haters, just call them out, be like, great, have I ever like scammed you before? Have I ever tried to be tricking you into stuff or doing weird things before? Do you see me like as a crazy person in the past? Like, why on earth would you think I'm trying to do that now? It's like, we've known each other and yeah, cool, like, yeah, I'm really going to try and scam you. It's like, whatever, it's stupid. So again, it's like different things to keep in mind, some ways you can deal with haters, but I just like to call them out and consider the source. Do they have the success that you want? Do they have the financial results that you want? And a lot of times people are brand new and they might encounter something like that and it causes them to quit. And I guess successful people and leaders in the industry, that fires them up. That gets them like, okay, cool, I'm going to work that much harder and prove you wrong, that you're being an idiot. So it's like, different stuff like that. So consider the source. It's like last night I was hanging out with, people in our company that have earned over $1 million in a year. And that's kind of the lifestyle I want. And I don't know, they were doctors and successful chiropractors and they were creating a significant income. And I'm like, cool, if that's the results, those are the people I want to match and model. Not someone I talk to and they think it's a scam. So just different tips, whatever you can apply to your business. If you did get value and you're watching this on Periscope, feel free to tap the screen, throw out some hearts if you got value. And if you're watching on something else, feel free to comment and share. And then if you are in network marketing and you really want to take your business, your recruiting to the next level, be sure to head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/form. I have a training series that really goes through the ins and outs of recruiting, how you can approach people from, warm market, people you've known for a long time, people you haven't talked to since high school, people you meet out and about, all kinds of different areas where you can learn how to prospect and recruit. And also there's a couple different extra bonus trainings there as well. So if you really want to take your recruiting to the next level, head on over to coachmikemcdonald.com/form, and I'll toss up the link here in a sec. But again, really appreciate your guys' time, and we'll talk to you soon.